Welcome to Motoring Monday for October 26, 2015. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. We've taken a few weeks off, but we're back now full force with a preview of some of the hottest new concept vehicles that will make their debut next week at the SEMA Show in Las Vegas. These include some from Ford, Chevrolet, and Hyundai. We're also going to catch you up on the latest information from the VW TDI scandal, now known as dieselgate. All that in this week's test drive. It's coming right up. Some 7 of the 2016 Ford F-150 concept trucks are headed to the SEMA Show this year. Now, the F-150 has always been a hot commodity, the trade show having won the hottest truck award more than any other. This year, MRT, known most for their Mustang work, built a 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost pickup with a Tremec Magnum 6-speed manual. Powers up with a larger intercooler and it gets a full race cage and race seats inside. The Lear Edition F-150 gets various power enhancers and off-road cred underneath, but it's more about the show with a bright paint job, an interior with premium custom leathers, and of course, it gets a Lear bed topper. Roush takes the term performance truck to a whole new level, supercharging a 5-liter V8 instead of pimping out an EcoBoost V6. Handling's improved with a full suspension and brake package. The question becomes, will Roush sell a version of it without all the graffiti? The CGS Performance Products F-150 gets huge 24-inch wheels and an air suspension giving lots of curb appeal. It's tastefully done, letting those wheels do all the talking, but you will hear it with a throaty exhaust and cold air intake on its 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. A lot of these vehicles are built specifically to showcase a company's catalog. To wit, Air Design USA shows us their latest aftermarket items for the F-150. The bolt-on pieces give a bolder look the company says can be installed in your own driveway. Forgiato has become known for not only their unique wheels, but stunning builds here at SEMA. Their supercharged V8 F-150 has 24-inch wheels with off-road tires on them. Isn't that nuts? The visual of their custom paint job on the outside and a 6-inch lift kit could make this one best of show. But Galpin Autosports always comes with something memorable too, and their F-150 has wider fenders to go with its 20-inch wheels held down with a coilover suspension. There's lots of other performance stuff too, but most notable is its Gulf livery paint job. Now there'll be quite a few other F-150 concept trucks at the SEMA Show. These are just the ones that Ford had a significant hand in. Chevrolet's been busy building their own group of themed Redline concept vehicles for the SEMA Show that showcase parts and accessories you can get at your local dealership. Starting with the Trax Redline, they dressed up their new compact utility with a lowered suspension and 18-inch wheels that have red accents. A black bow tie kit and a full roof rack treatment from Thule really amp up its look. Even the 2016 Malibu got the Redline treatment, starting with a concept black bow tie kit, a rear spoiler, hash mark graphics, grille surround, and inserts. A few custom touches enhance what you can get at the dealership, like its 19-inch wheels and black mirror caps. The 2016 Camaro Redline will surely be a crowd magnet. It has custom satin graphite mirror caps and window moldings, special 20-inch wheels with red accents, and a lowered suspension. Its look is further tied down with red trim accents on the upper and lower grills, a black bow tie kit, fender badge kit, and smoke tail lamps. Performance mods include a cold air intake and a performance brake kit. The Colorado shows up popular from a year of red-hot sales with its own Redline concept. It showcases dealer-installed air intake and exhaust kits, 18-inch wheels, and a fender flare kit. It also gets a full array of gear-on cargo accessories. Last but not least in their Redline theme is a decked-out Silverado. Sporting red tow hooks and 22-inch wheels with red accents, it presents well. It'll likely sound good too with a cold air intake and exhaust kit, and stop the show with its huge Brembo brakes. I want to personally thank Chevrolet for giving us real pictures and video of their vehicles. So often the manufacturers just give us renderings. It's always nice to see the real thing. Hyundai, believe it or not, has become a powerhouse at SEMA with some very well-produced concept vehicles, enlisting the help and expertise of well-known tuners to get it done. Renowned tuner John Pangilinan takes the 2016 Tucson and creates the Adventure Mobile. It blends Westfalia outdoor love with the power and modifications you'd expect from the performance import crowd. In army green with tent, it should get plenty of explorers. Rockstar Performance Garage also brings their take on the 2016 Tucson, creating the ultimate off-road build of the new crossover. It gets a bumper-to-bumper overhaul with a 6-inch lift, 32-inch Mickey Thompsons, and a fully custom off-road suspension. Bismotto's 2016 Tucson is said to be the most powerful one ever created. A built 2.4-liter turbocharged engine and 6-speed manual transmission put down more than 700 horsepower to the wheels. Lowered with too many race mods to list, it's safe to say this one won't be coming to a showroom anytime soon. Blood Type Racing brings their handcrafted Veloster Turbo R spec, which has a pretty well done visual makeover to go along with its long list of performance mods. These all support a custom built version of its 1.6-liter turbocharged engine, cranking out some 500 horsepower. The now venerable Genesis Coupe gets a healthy massage by ARC Performance in a concept they call Solace. It has a wider look with the company's wide body kit, and the interior also gets a complete makeover with a redesigned dashboard, race-bred steering wheel, and gauges. While most of these concepts are way over the top, past precedent's been that what shows up at the Hyundai booth at SEMA often shows up in the showroom. We'll keep an eye on it. The Ford Mustang at SEMA always gets the most attention and the most fawning. It's the way it's always been, it's the way it is, and the way it will be. So let's start with Bismotto's 900 horsepower 2.3-liter EcoBoost Mustang. Concept or reality? Well, Ford tells us Bismotto designed 14 new parts for the car's engine and chassis this year. You just don't go to that much brain damage if you don't plan to sell the stuff. Social media concern Motoroso built a Mustang this year to promote their site. Under the hood is a Roush supercharged 5-liter V8 with 727 horsepower. Its red 21-inch wheels are cool, but it's the multiple iPads in the trunk that let people interact with the Motoroso app that are really important. Sporting a drop top, the TS Designs Mustang gets wide body love for its 13-inch wide rear wheels. Those are supported by a Steeda Autosport Stage 3 handling package and lowering springs, in addition to a full custom interior treatment you can lean in to look at. This black and blue Mustang convertible by Mad Industries with its brilliant blue wheels will catch your eye, but also its Trevino leather and Mico suede interior in the same bright shade. It's also got the obligatory 700 plus horsepower supercharged V8, which seems to be the baseline this year. The Ice 9 Group took their EcoBoost Mustang in the styling direction of the GT350 with an import tuner vibe. Its heavily tuned powertrain has 475 wheel horsepower by way of a bigger Garrett turbo, Corsa Performance exhaust system, and custom tuning by Dead Hook Motorsports. The drag Mustang police car might just be the ticket. With custom police lighting and a ton of performance mods to go with its stunning visuals, it just makes you ask, why doesn't Ford offer the Mustang in a pursuit vehicle again? Like their F-150 concept, CGS took a more sane approach to their Mustang concept. Set off with custom 21-inch front and 22-inch rear wheels, this show car makes its mark in subtle and high-quality details, inside and out. Perhaps the most striking Mustang to look at this year might be the one by Bojix Design, and forgive me if I butchered their name. The EcoBoost Mustang gets a high-contrast paint job that really pops, along with its laundry list of performance mods. This is just the beginning, folks. Next week we're going to have a lot of Ford and Mustang news as it unfolds from the SEMA Show, so be sure to come back and see us for that. In our test drive this week, we sampled the all-new 2016 Scion IA sedan. It's a car that offers a lot of firsts for the brand and offers a lot more than meets the eye. First of all, let's deal with the elephant in the room. Not only is this the first four-door sedan Toyota's youth brand has offered, but it's not a Toyota at all. It's actually a Mazda 2 rebadged as a Scion, with only a unique fascia up front to really make it different. But this isn't a bad thing. After all, the previous generation Mazda 2 was widely acclaimed for its driving character, its quality, and its value. It just for some reason didn't sell well enough here in the United States for Mazda to continue offering it here. Enter Scion, who needed a new model, and we have the IA. It comes with the brand's monospec trim, which means one-way, mildly equipped for a reasonable price. Here that means a sedan which stickered at $16,495. And for that price, it was far more than a stripped-down tin can. It had a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with all the connectivity options available today, push-button start, and nicely trimmed seats. The interior is clearly Mazda, but again, not a bad thing at all. It was comfortable and of a reasonable quality and build. It feels compact, because it is, but it certainly isn't cramped, and rear trunk space is commendable for its class. Driving the Scion IA showed that it has adequate power from its 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine. Our 6-speed manual transmission had excellent shifter behavior and clutch take-up. It was, in fact, one of the best we've tested this year in that regard. Fuel economy was good too. It's rated at 31 mpg city, 41 mpg highway, and 35 mpg combined. But in my week with it, I easily achieved 38 mpg combined when following its upshift indicator, mostly to the letter. Handling? Not bad either for this class. It's got zoom after all, courtesy of Mazda. It's no sports car, but does offer a level of feel and precision that it wouldn't have if Scion had simply rebadged a Toyota Yaris sedan. And that's the big takeaway here. There aren't very many cars today that are rebadged from one brand to the other, but this one, the Scion IA aka Mazda 2, it's a pretty decent daily driver once you get past that fact. In a reality check, it's been a little over a month since the story broke about Volkswagen cheating emission laws with their TDI engine software, and here's where it stands today. Since our previous report, Volkswagen AG has spent the last month bunkered down in Germany as the bombs have been dropping from several governments around the globe. After all, the United States EPA, as it turns out, was only one of the many markets where they employed defeat devices in their ECU software. While little information's come out as to what the fix is actually going to be for the 3 generations of 2-liter TDI engines in the US, Volkswagen's put up a website for consumers to keep up on the latest news. That's vwdieselinfo.com. On the site, owners can get the latest information, apologies, and statements from the company. There's a facts section which answers most of the common questions about the matter, but it still leaves a lot unanswered. For now at least. Volkswagen's actually been pretty quiet about how they're going to address the cars that are out there now to correct the matter, but they did issue a sweeping statement about future product plans and strategy this week that I think is somewhat telling. First, for existing TDI models in production, Volkswagen will begin offering all with their top-door SCR and AdBlue emissions hardware as soon as possible. Not all models offer this around the world, but will very soon. Second, an emphasis on all future product plans includes electrification. Volkswagen says there will be a major development thrust here with a focus on plug-in hybrids, greater ranges, and high-volume electric vehicles. One example of this is the new Phaeton sedan, which Volkswagen says will now only be available in a 100% electric version, something that will likely become a Tesla Model S competitor. This goes along with Audi and Porsche development on similarly powered electric top-end models. Well, does that mean that Volkswagen's going to shy away from diesels? Well, I doubt they're actually going to exit that market entirely, but this shows that dieselgate's definitely given Volkswagen new eyes for future product development. Now it's time for our money shot, where we take the hottest photo from this week's auto news and we show it to you. In our SEMA previews, there was a missing element: Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Fiat vehicles. If you felt left out, check this small glimpse of the Mopar Challenger concept, which makes its debut next week. Now it's just sexy. Well, that's it for Motoring Monday. Now this week we're going to have lots of news about the Tokyo Motor Show in addition to upcoming vehicles from the SEMA Show in Las Vegas. So click on the link right here and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll keep you updated on that as well as everything else we do. We test 1, sometimes 2 cars every week, plus we have a new video almost every single day. There's always something new. You can also follow us on the Google, Twitter, and that Facebook by clicking on the links down below or up there on our website. If you happen to be there, that's testdriven.tv. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.